Welcome back everyone to Welstopia. We are back here at the lighthouse and I'm trying to figure out the most efficient way to... Actually, this is probably not the most efficient place to put all this. It's the most efficient way to handle this particular section of the building. Because we keep on coming up here, up here, up here. And this is about where we are, so I guess this is a good place to plop these. So I'm going to carry a crafting bench with me. A box that will have my birch in it. And I've got some birch wood here, plus some birch to turn into planks in there. And the idea is that this is the spot where we'll continue, and to keep on carrying this up and up and up whenever I need to get further along on the entire trek that I'm doing here, because this is going to take a little bit of time to get all of this stuff in here. And occasionally up, at least use the wrong item. Use the right item, please. Alright, there we go. Good. So we want to get this up here. Oh my, we're getting high up, aren't we? This is going to get dizzying at some point. Alright. Put a little bit of here. And now I can work on this section, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and getting this across. Essentially the stuff I've been doing before, and I find that's easier to come in on this way than I could fill this in, knowing that I got my locations correct. And it's getting it filled in, that's the trick. Alright, now I can get this in confidently. Then I could stand here. And I could do the final filling in later on, after all that's done. So essentially working on it and picking away at this thing, because this is going to take a long time. And okay, good and good. And now I can confidently fill everything in. And this one is going to go up as I showed in an earlier episode. Actually, no, this isn't the one that goes all the way up. This is the one where we go up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this way. And now I can fill in anything here, because this is the beginning of the line. So I know that anything back here is going to easily be the full ones here. Okay, good. And 2 more like this. And then like this. Yay! And of course now I need to raise it up again. Whee! And in this case, I guess we have to do this side also. Now that's getting a bit dizzying, that I have to admit. But the more I do this, the more difficult it is getting up and down, because it takes quite a while in order to go all the way through this ramp. It's already feeling pretty high up here, and I think I've only got about half the height so far. And it's really going to be a real pain when I get to see. What am I at right now? I am at 101. And the base is around 64, maybe slightly higher than that. So let's say it was at 64, 101. That would be 7. 37 blocks up right now, which is definitely enough in order to turn me into a pancake if I fell and I panicked too much in order to activate my wings, because you know that if you're not used to falling all that often, when you fall you panic, or at least I do. You might not, but I'm pretty sure that I would panic going ah, plop. Alright, and now we go 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2, and I think you got the idea on that. Now getting down's a little bit easier because that's just an ender pearl throw away. And yeah, this is the first project where I actually remembered that I have these ender pearls. That's something I finally got around to actually using between episodes, so that when I run out of stuff, actually now I only have to worry about it when I'm going to sleep, since I've got the stuff in that chest there and already feels a long distance away, and I put it in a nice convenient place in order to start. That's the way things are going to be going on this particular project. Alright, well, this is pretty much more of the same, so therefore I'll be back in a moment. I haven't made much progress then, but it is getting late, and let's see if I can actually throw this thing. Half a heart of damage. Oh well, that's better than falling to my death, I guess. And it goes up and up and up. So we're getting pretty close to doubling the height since then. I think we'll need about 3 more layers of that before we'll have the lower section done. What have I gotten myself into? Well, what I've got myself into, though, is a lot of gray here. So I think the next thing I really need to do is to get some banners on here. Now, I haven't heard any description of banners or anything like that on the original lighthouse, but let's face it, we're going to need some in order to spice this thing up, and that is something that's very believable that could have been there, but that may have been missed in descriptions or anything like that. Because let's face it, people like putting banners on things, so why not? And we continue to go up higher. Now I'm at 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I think 2 more trips around and I should be done. Yay! And that, of course, will be just for the lower section, because there will be the octagonal section and the cylindrical section above that. But that's all I'm going to work on for today on this project, because I've used up just about all the stone that I've brought with me to the area. I might find some more somewhere around my base, and if not, I'll have to go mining. Speaking of which, that looks like a nice source of stone right there. So if I have to go mining, at least have a quarry in the area. And I'm also out of birch, but yeah, no want of replenishment in that department. Now, I do have a couple of things I want to do for today's episode, or at least what's left with it. And the first item is I would like to go back to my base and have a look at that road. And once I have a look at the road, I want to... Is that a fire? Yes, those are... I think the first thing I need to do is to do some firefighting. I have made it safely down here. It looks like a couple of birch trees have caught fire at some point. Well, actually, let's do it that way, since We need to collect birch anyway. Yeah, let's get rid of the fuel. That sounds like a nice, logical way to handle that. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Now, not that they're... I can't think of any birds that are in Minecraft. No birds. Oh, there's a nice long distant look at the lighthouse. Now, I thought I'd seen a... No, right at the border of the biome there. Now, I thought I had seen another fire. And in fact, that was the second fire. So I saw another fire, which is what caught my attention in the first place. Ah, there it is. And this is also on a birch tree, so no problem in getting rid of that. So apparently we've got lightning storms in the light creating problems. Let's get rid of that. I don't know if that would have gone out automatically when the thing despawned, but why take any chances? Okay, good. No more fire, and I could just throw that there. And I get another one right afterwards, so we'll throw that there. So now we can finally get back to my base and have a look at the road, or at least how far it's gotten since the last episode. And I think it's coming up along this way. And okay, we're nice and close to the base now. Ah, there it is. Our road. So you see I've made it down to here, where it turned. Came out this way. Now I'm starting my incline up here, and I'm also starting to inch my way into this direction. The idea here is to get close to the shore, so I'm reasonably close to hugging the shore. That means less hill to terraform, and of course I'll be closer to where I'll be going in the end. So that's one little thing to give you an update on. And the other thing is, what sort of banner should I use for the lighthouse? Now, let's see, no, not that one, because that's my primary found. Now this is this lighthouse right here with the beam on top. So I wanted a completely different type of banner for the Pharos lighthouse. So let's see what I've got in store in the area. Actually, before I do that, no, that's empty. Yeah, of course. I don't know if I have any birch left in here. No, I've already raided all of that. I'll have to check my other base at some point. But I do have wool. Well, yeah, okay. I've got some wool at least, enough to make a banner with. Well, good news, I found some more stone here. Yeah, this isn't enough to last the entire project. I will have to obviously get some more before I am all finished, but it might get me through another episode after this one. And this, I think, is definitely the last of my stone, so absolutely none after this. So either I will have to go and purchase some or do a great deal of mining. Birch, well, yeah, I am definitely out of that, but I've got plenty of trees and I've been chopping them down recently anyway. Oh, wool. In the matter of wool, I do have a few more colors over here, so I should be able to cobble up something on that matter. It's the design that's getting me. Coming up with a good design that will fit. Of course, I only need one color of wool. It's dyes that you need in order to make the banners. You only need wool for your base color, and my base color is, as usual, is going to be white, which is what we'll do there. And after that, we are going to get some cyan dye to add on top of. So therefore, we will stick this here, and the cyan dye. Alright, that's our second step. Next, I would like to have a... I think that's what I want there. Good. We'll have a white bar there. Then we'll have a light gray on the bottom in order to represent our bottom thing, and then I want to follow it off with some green. It's a pattern like that, and I'm hoping, well, I don't think it's going to look great, but well, it's certainly not going to stand out anywhere. Maybe I'll come up with something better, but at least a few of these should break up the monotony a little bit, and maybe I'll throw a, well, no, I really don't want to throw in a Pine River County thing on there because it's, I mean, township, because it's outside the township. Well, I think I will make at least a few copies of these, and maybe I'll start sticking them outside, so I can at least have a little decoration. Then we can have a look at it in the next episode and see whether or not it's a reasonable design or if I will have to come up with something better. But that will be in our next episode. And I think that'll be it for today. So between episodes, I hope to get a lot more stone, maybe even more than the 2 rows that I collected there already. Maybe make a little bit more progress with this road over here. Perhaps do a little bit more building. If we're really lucky, maybe I could even start on the octagon. Ha ha ha! Don't bet on it. We'll see you in our next episode of Piney Plays Minecraft Welstopia.